Hi, everyone. I have some new people watching me, and I'm really humbled by that. And I've been thinking a lot lately about doing something a little different. And I've started that today. So I've been branching out and learning as an intuitive conduit. This has been happening to me off and on my whole life, but in the last year, it's really the universe and source and the guides are talking to me in ways that I can't ignore. And I've been really compelled to do a couple things. First and foremost, to dive deep into the tarot again, work with a teacher, and teach myself how to be more of a conduit to help the people closest to me make better sense of their lives and who they are and the people around them. And then also, I do and have done for a very long time, off and on, but have delved back into it again, psychic writing and receiving what's sometimes called psychic messages, but I don't call them psychic. I call them, it's inspired by a book I read called Conversations with God by Neil Donald Walsh. We can all have these conversations with God and with ourselves, and I do, and I have been lately. And in the last month or so, I would say the last 6 weeks, I've sat down and meditated, and Source speaks through me, and I write down these messages. And I've been working on a few of them. And I had a revelation recently. You know, when I do all these forecasts and readings for people, we all want to know the answers. And we're all telling ourselves a story, and we're telling each other a story. And I think that while the details are important, I think that also when I go back and read the things that have come through me during opening up to Source and the things that come out, what I'm seeing is Source or God or universe, or as a Christian would call it, the Holy Spirit, or Buddhists would call it the world within us that we're all connected to. Source and universe and our guides and our angels and demons, they really they want the best for us, and they want us to focus on our deeper connections to ourselves, and they want to give us positive messages. So I'm going to start a little series now, and this will be the first one I do. I won't make a video like this one again. This is just an introduction to explain what I've done. I wanted to go through every sign in the wheel, the zodiac wheel, and give each of you messages and guidance from our solar system and from our archangels. And then I wanted to also give you vibrations and frequencies to tap into, as opposed to just giving you these general forecast readings about your relationships and about your work and what to do and where to go. It's not that those things aren't important. We're here to be unremembered from our soul. Like, when the word remember means remember. And when we are not here on earth and we're part of Source again and part of our truest soul, we're remembered to it. But here on earth, we're unremembered, and we're supposed to be unremembered. And I've had a personal revelation myself lately. Well, it wasn't a revelation. A very dear friend of mine and someone much younger than me recently gave me some amazing advice. And then Source came through and gave me amazing advice the other day, which is that these readings are great, but you're going to play this stuff out no matter what. And that the truth is, you really don't need to tune into the details as much as you think you do. You just need to live them. And the message that Source wants me to convey with this kind of reading that I'm going to do for you all now is that we need to focus on society at large and what we put out and who we are as people and how we behave, because that's what's going to bring us together, and that's what's going to heal us all. There are over 7 billion people on the planet now. We're going to approach 8 billion, soon, and that's a lot. We're overpopulating this planet. We're not the dominant life form on this planet. Microbial life is the dominant life form on this planet. And Source wants me to tell you guys that right now, most microbial life and bacterial life lives in symbionts with us, but that is by choice. And at any point in time, if we stop being good hosts, they will simply consume us and move on to something more reasonable. There's a really, this sounds crazy, but, Source pretty much said to me, there's a really good chance that all the microbacteria living in your body is going to say, fuck this, we're going to go live inside whales now because you guys just aren't doing it for us anymore. And you're wrecking our atmosphere and you're wrecking the planet and you're wrecking each other. And if you want to survive and make it, we have to live in symbionce with everything around us and each other and ourselves and to have peace. So I want to start by sharing some messages that will help you further understand why I'm doing this. One is this fantastic meme that one of my best friends and someone I really look up to posted on the internet. And it says, "The one who plants trees, knowing that he will never sit in their shade, has started to understand the meaning of life." That really hit me like a ton of bricks because the message there is, why are you giving and what are you giving and who are you giving it to? We need to all be planting trees knowing that they're not for us, and to think about, are you planting trees just so you can sit in their own shade? And who are they for? It's okay to plant a tree to have in your own yard so that you yourself can enjoy. But if you want to understand the meaning of life, you have to really connect with, accept, and embody the idea and manifest with your actions the idea that we need to plant more trees that aren't for us. They're for everyone to sit underneath. And that's so important. The other thing that I want to mention is something that a teacher of mine said, and someone that that teaches me and that I watch all the time. And this is what he had to say. And it was the quote of the day for me that day. He said, "Look, God is not Burger King for your wishes. Universe says, don't come at me looking for your partner and your soulmate before you have thought about and contributed to society at large. Do that first. And then I'll hook you up with your soulmate, romantic love." Okay? Because romantic love is not cafeteria style. That's social love. Social love is a cafeteria. And that societal love should be a cafeteria. Romantic love is growing, harvesting, cooking, and serving that food at home. And you can't force anyone to eat it either. And remember, everybody has a 10th house. You got to manifest that shit with your whole body and not just your brain and your mouth. I love that like God is not Burger King, okay? You just can't come to God and say, show me what, give me a 2-week forecast, God. Talk to me, talk to me, talk to me. Show me, show me, show me. And you also can't just sit and wait for things to happen. That word manifest is a verb. You have to do the damn thing. You can't just come to God saying, where's my soulmate? Most of the readings I'm doing are about love, and that's what people want. I mean, I've had people that don't even know me, that have no idea how much experience I have or don't have with the tarot and being an intuitive conduit, that literally say to me, I'm going to give you hundreds of dollars to tell me how this relationship is going to pan out. And that's crazy. You can't just come to love like that, like it's a cafeteria and you can just get what you want when you want. That's societal love. But and that yeah, you have to manifest that shit. That's what my teacher said. You have to manifest that shit with your whole body, not just your brain. You can't just sit around thinking about it either. Like you LOA people, you law of attraction people. I got to be honest with you. I think that's one big pile of bullshit. You can't just sit and pray and wish for something and envision it in your mind. That is very helpful, but it is not the tea. It is not the thing, okay? It's not what you're here to learn about or do, That's not how you make things happen in your life. You have to do. And so that's another reason I want to do these readings for everybody is that, I don't want to just focus on the details of what's happening here on Earth. I want to pull back and let the universe and the zodiac and the archangels and the higher frequencies of math, even in the languages we've created to make sense of the world around us. I want to give you just messages from that. You know, we already know the messages that are being played out on Earth, but we need to know, what God thinks too. And then I want to share one more idea with you that God literally said to me while I was praying to him. He said, I got to read it here because I wrote it down. He said, "Why must you constantly pray and turn to these tarot cards? This is good stuff, but it's not your sole purpose on earth. You'll have plenty of time to spend with the answers when you get here. Manifestation is a verb. You are here to self-actualize more than you're here to beg for answers and reflect upon said answers. Tell yourself your own story. Why would you want me to write that for you?" That's what God said. Why would you want me to write your story for you? Instead of begging me for the answers, turn to something that actually has way more control over the direction your life is going: yourself. Don't ask me to show you your life and your dreams. I'm just God after all. I'm Source. I just created you. I'm not your chef or your waitress at the dinner table of life. God literally said that to me. I literally have conversations with God that sound like that. And that really struck me too. Like, do I want to keep doing tarot? Yes, of course. I'm pulled to do it. I'm compelled to do it. I can't not. It's what I'm meant to do. But I'm also meant to humbly introduce these ideas to the world and my friends and everyone I love, and to myself as well, which is that, you know, it's good to look for the answers, but God said to me, "Look, I'm just God. This is not my job with you. You have to do that yourself." And that what God really wants you to know, overall, is that you're going to find out all these answers when you're with him and with yourself again, and you're supposed to self-actualize them. And instead of me giving everyone all these answers all the time, that I need to pull back and focus on the bigger life lessons and what we should really be focusing on, which is each other and the love of God in the universe. The universe and our guides will show up and give us the details if we ask them to, but really let's tune in for a little bit and listen to the messages that Source, universe, and the guides and our angels and demons really want us to focus on. So I'm going to do 3 videos. I'm going to split them into 3. There are 12 zodiac signs, and I have the first one laid out here. I just did this. It came out very easily. And I'm going to go through each row one by one, and then I'll put a time signature in the comments section, probably, or in the description of the video, to let you know exactly where your zodiac forecast is. And so you can just skip right to it, or you can watch them all. When I watch all signs readings, when people give an all sign reading, I do sit and watch them all, because I really want to know what the vibes are of the people all around me. And what I'm getting recently is a lot of turmoil, unactualized manifestations, lots of turmoil in romance, like dumpster fire, Jerry Springer stuff for a lot of us. And a lot of us are stuck in cycles. We're not able to move forward. And universe and source just really want us to have mercy on ourselves and on each other. Okay, so now I'm going to get into these readings, and I'm going to post this one, and I'll post the other 2 for the rest of the zodiac signs as they process and come up. So hopefully this will really move all of you, and help you not to focus on these details and beg source and universe for answers, but to just listen to source's love for us and pull back and listen to what they really, really want us to be focusing on. Because when we do that and then we manifest and truly live our lives and stop coming to God like he's Burger King begging for the answers, these things will start to happen naturally for us. I'm certain of it. I promise you, because it happens for me. The more I do and live my best life and consciously manifest, the less I need to rely on the tarots. All you need to do is close your eyes and listen to what source and everything around you wants you to focus on. And if you do that and you live your best life, you're going to be at peace. So let's get some peace, okay? Move to part 2 so we can start with Aries, Taurus, Gemini, and Cancer. I have great messages for you people.